Let me know when you're ready to hit it, dog.
Oh, I'm ready whenever.
You sound ready.
Yeah.
You all right, bud?
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to talk about? Tell me, your buddy, not the audience. You can just tell me about it. I'm not doing that thing where I'm recording and then I'm going to put that part of the episode into the episode and then you tell a very deep, dark secret about how your day went and maybe something tragic happened.
No, I'll wait until like an hour after we are done recording before I say anything. Good try, though.
No. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the WASD&BEYOND podcast. I'm your host, Nick. With me, as always, is Brody, your other host. That sounds bad. By other host, I mean, I don't like the word co-host.
Fair enough.
Co-host sounds dirty to me. It sounds like not an equal partner.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough.
But other host sounds like this asshole is just hopping on the show.
Yeah.
Like, that's
that other
that's how
fucking
that sounds.
Guy.
Dude, I don't know. Yeah, welcome back to the show. We are back again this week with a bunch of cool shit. We got a lot of news to go through, and then we have our main topic of the day. Very exciting stuff. Before we get to that, please check out the sponsors of the show. That's Final Boss and LONGY. Final Boss should be having some leftovers up on their site soon. As you can see, I'm wearing the Max Payne 2 shirt. Brody is wearing the Steam shirt with Gaben holding a minigun on the back.
Hell yeah.
Man, if you missed that shit, what a fucking bummer. Because we all saw that shit drop. I mean, I knew about it, but when it dropped, I was like, dude, people are gonna fucking flip at that shirt.
Yeah, this shirt's fucking awesome.
The entire server was like, whoa. And I'm like, buy it. They're like, I'm broke. And I'm like, you suck. And they're like, you get sent merch. And I went, yeah, whatever, dude. So please check out Final Boss and LONGY. LONGY is actually doing a whole rebirth right now of LONGY. Be looking at that. I've shown Brody one design Doc's working on. it's pretty fucking cool, dude.
It is pretty sweet.
It's fucking sweet. He's got that shit nailed down. And it looks like it's gonna be a cool year to be a fan of both LONGY and Final Boss. And while you're at it, please check out the Spawn Camp. Come game with us, come chat with us, come watch movies and television, or listen to an awesome session of D&D. It's happening all in the Spawn Camp for free. You can even hear Brody's show, Roll for Deception, live as it happens. You don't have to wait, but you should check it out too, because it gives us a click, and then you can give it a like, and then you can give it a rating, and then you can give us more looks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You should do that.
Yeah. I like all of that.
Maybe
that is good.
Lock the chat. You guys aren't allowed to listen to the fucking D&D session going on. Never mind, because that's taking away views.
Yeah.
I'm a whore and you're in bed with me for views.
Oh. Huh. I like that a lot less.
I think the entire audience went, yep, that's Nick. Awesome.
That sounds about right. Yep. That's still WASD.
This is why big video game companies don't want to work with us. This is why we don't have other sponsors, because they're like, that guy's a liability. An incredible line. I'm not. It's not like when Diggity was sponsored by Manscaped, I wasn't the one pushing for you to actually hurt your nuts with the razor. I was the one telling you to do that because I wanted to see if this product was shit. It's not shit, actually, because I want one really fucking bad. I do. I really want a Manscaped.
Yeah?
But I need it for this.
Do you want my used one?
Have you shaved your nutsack with it?
No.
Really?
Really?
You don't want it?
No. It's yours.
Can I ask?
Huh?
Is it a shit product?
No. Okay. I'm not an electric razor guy.
You're old school guy?
Oh yeah. Like I've got like the safety razor shit. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Didn't have a father to teach me that.
Oh.
You want to talk about some news? Check out the sponsors and check out the Spawn Camp. Oh man, by supporting our sponsors, you support us, and by joining the Spawn Camp, you hopefully will have a great time. We try to really cultivate an awesome server that gets chaotic after midnight. So if you want to see ridiculous shit after midnight, jump in the server. It's quite the time. First bit of news, Brody. Do you want to hit it off? Because you actually are the guy who comes up and goes, "This is the news for the week," and I go, "Oh, I didn't take any notes."
Don't put too much into it. I was reading Reddit before we hopped on here, so
That's a little bit of behind the scenes magic.
Yeah. Reddit is at least a good place to find a bunch of different articles, right?
And
Whether they're all
incels.
good or not, that's up in the air. But yeah, so the first big thing from this week is Steam announced that they are doing a thing called Steam Families, and of course, the page isn't going to load, so that's some fucking bullshit. But but basically, how this works is pretty similar to the sharing that we had prior, except for this takes off the limitation of having to, like, if I was playing a Steam game and my son wanted to play a game that I also owned on Steam, as long as we are not playing the same game, it will allow that, which is fucking awesome. Because before, if anybody accessed the Steam account, it would not let the other person on, or it would kick one off, however it would be. So as long as you're playing different games, that works perfectly fine. And if you want to play, say, a game like Overcooked, and you want 4 people on the account, and only 2 people want to play it, as long as there's 2 copies shared between the entire family, 2 people can play it. So pretty neat. Add some pretty cool stuff there. Alongside that, you can kind of create your own like library that you're able to share. So say for me, I don't want to necessarily share like Cyberpunk with my son because he's 12.
Hentai games.
Yeah, the hentai games that I play all of the time. You can basically set that up to where they can only access certain games. And they also added a whole new suite of parental controls and child purchase requests, which is cool because prior you had to have a credit card on file with them or whatever it was. Now they can actually send a request to your Steam account for money to purchase a game, which is pretty cool.
That's pretty gnarly. Yeah.
So this is in beta currently. It is not fully out. I'm going to mess with it a little bit this weekend. I have not had a chance to mess with it quite yet. But I know my oldest was pretty disappointed there for a little while because he didn't have a lot of games on his PC, and now he will have a plethora of games to play that he can, hopefully put some time in and enjoy. And boy, I'm gonna have to watch that fucking list though.
Yeah, dude.
I'm just looking at the games I have installed, and I'm like, all right, so you know what? Most of them aren't too bad. He would hate Elden Ring, though.
I don't think. I mean, that's a game I think any age could play. I mean, it's fucked up in some areas, but
right.
I guarantee any child's gonna get to the first area, just get their ass whooped, and go, "I'm fucking done with this."
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
you should let him. You should try to make him play.
I tried to get him to play Monster Hunter not too long ago.
Yeah, and it wasn't into it.
I think he played a little bit, and then he kind of gave up on it. I got him into Pal World, which put him on a whole Pokemon kick again. So now he's all full blown into Pokemon all over again.
Collecting the cards and shit, or no?
He's always kind of collected the cards in the background, but yeah. Maybe you can try Dragon's Dogma 2. Like I'm going to. I'm downloading it right now.
You're gonna have him play Dragon's Dogma 2 with that character creator?
Probably not.
Like the juiciest of juicy. And it's like, what the fuck is happening in this goddamn character
wild.
creator?
It's wild.
No,
but
man.
Yeah, Steam doing some cool shit. I was just talking to Evan a little bit ago, and Evan had said something about he was thinking about buying Horizon Forbidden West.
Oh, yeah, I think he did.
And then he's like, my brother bought it, and we share, or we do the family thing. He's like, so I don't even have to buy it. It's like, nice. That kind of shit's awesome. So
no,
glad to see it.
And it's really cool of Steam to be doing shit like that. Like they've always like kind of tested not small. This isn't small. This is big. Big-ish. It's cool as fuck. And they've always tested things like this out, and they fiddled with things like this. And I really like that they're doing it. Especially if you have a Steam Deck in the house.
Yes, that'll be a godsend because I've done that a couple times where I'll have my Steam Deck sitting here at the desk and then go to play something on my PC. I'm like, oh fuck.
Yep. It's like you can't even do it, right? So it's like if you have a Steam Deck in the house, perfect. You have multiple PCs in the house, perfect. And I mean, I'm kind of thinking because they tried their console type thing a while back. or like word of it coming to fruition. So I'm wondering if they're gearing up for something, because when Valve drops things, they typically it's not, or when they start discussing shit, there's more to come.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if, because I know that they're working on that VR headset, all-in-one headset. The Deckard is what is it's codenamed. So I know that's being worked on, and I know that there was supposed to be a standalone Steam machine type console again, but like with the hardware that Valve now has, that there's this plan, if given the standalone hardware that Valve is working on comes out, is going to be amazing for families and friends
Yeah.
too. Like I could share my shit with you now too if I wanted to. Fucking
Yeah.
call you my brother and fucking go, yeah, it's my brother. I want him to be able to play my shit too.
Oh,
Me and
absolutely.
Julian have been family sharing since it was conceptualized by Steam and Valve, but like this adds more layers to it that I think anybody and everybody should appreciate.
Yeah.
It's really awesome of them, and I just it's another W for Valve. I mean, they have a big
Yep.
L for not releasing certain things. That's fine, I guess.
Certain things that end with a 3.
I don't want to talk about it. Speaking of Valve, the CS major in Copenhagen's going on right now. So that's fucking super dope. Today was a huge day of upsets. Cloud9 got beat today. And I had the entire list. I watched all the matches while I was at work, and my boss was none the wiser. Vitality got beat today. Navi went up, so they won, which go Navi. And yeah, just a lot of teams that you would typically see win did not win today. And it was fucking awesome. And I am so ready for the final on the 31st, which is on fucking Easter.
Why
Thank you
the fuck did
guys.
they do that?
It's already sold out. They don't give a fuck.
Fair enough.
The whole event's all like the last day of the major is sold out. So like final boss is gonna be going.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, you're a fucking dick, dude.
Also, bring
Um,
me shit.
you don't think I already said that?
Oh, I know you did.
The CS major is going on right now. Get stoked. It's been a fucking blast to watch. I cannot wait to watch it this weekend when I get home from the DCFC match on Saturday. The home opener is Saturday. I'm very stoked. Go City, go. While we're at it, I'll hit this off. I'll just boom. PAX East is happening right now in Boston. Congrats to the entire Boss Rush team for landing on ground and going around PAX, having the time of their lives. Fuck you, and I love you so much, all of you. Corey did invite us, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, it was so close, like
Yeah.
as like part of the network and guests of the network to go with them. But it was so fucking close to the date, and not next year. You can expect to see probably Brody and I at PAX East.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hell yeah.
so yeah, again, Boss Rush, good luck with your interviews. Good luck with all the people you're going to meet, and have a blast. You guys deserve it. They work their ass off. Go check our friends out at the Boss Rush Network. Brody, you got some more news. What do you want to hit next?
Yeah, so just kind of a quick one here. So Alpha Protocol, which is kind of a bit of a cult classic. It was one of those like bullet time type of games, if I remember correctly. It's been a long time
It's
since
been a
I've seen
long
that
time.
game, right? Is now available DRM free on GOG. So it's
Beautiful.
compatible with modern PCs. It has a licensed soundtrack, full controller support, achievements, and more. Definitely go check that out if you've never played it. It's really,
You
really
should.
fucking cool. I rented it on we were actually kind of talking about it a little bit before the show here, but I rented that game on a whim. Back when, you used to just walk into like a Blockbuster and be like, I don't know, I'll try this. And
The bop
that was
looks
one of the
cool.
games I tried, and very, very cool. It's like similar to like a John Woo or like Max Payne 3 type bullet time deal. But you're going up against, isn't it? Is that the one? Am I thinking of the right fucking one, or am I thinking of
Dude,
Syndicate? Maybe I'm thinking of
I think
Syndicate.
you're thinking of Syndicate.
Damn it! And here we
Alpha.
are, egg all
Dude,
over
I haven't
face.
played. No, dude. A lot of us haven't played Alpha Protocol in so fucking long, and like a lot of people, if you haven't, I played. Yeah, exactly. I played it on the PlayStation 3 or the Xbox 360, bro. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
I do
you
still
know,
remember this, but I did start to mix it up with Syndicate for a minute.
Syndicate
Yeah.
was sweet though.
Syndicate was cool.
I liked Syndicate,
So
but I
take
also did like Alpha
everything I said
Protocol.
about the bullet time and throw it out the fucking window because it's not that.
Still a dope game. Alpha Protocol rules.
Definitely cool. Yeah, I will probably pick this up just because why not? It's Obsidian as well.
It is. It is. And game GOG does it. It's the only other source for PC games that I'll get stuff off of. I
Yeah.
only load up
Epic to claim the free games.
to claim the free games now, which I just got Deus Ex, which I was sick as
Yeah.
fuck, and to play Alan Wake 2. Which, speaking of to play, are you done talking about Alpha Protocol, or do you want to talk more about Alpha Protocol?
Yeah, I'm good.
Hey man, what have you been playing this week? We'll
Oh
break this up
boy.
really quick.
Oh boy. Okay. So I have played a shitload of Cyberpunk lately. I went
Yes, you
from
have.
how much have I played in the last I have 49.7 hours in it. And I'm trying to usually it'll tell you how much you've played recently and it's not telling me. Go
It's more
figure, but
time than I get in a week at work. 40 hours. I don't even get that over.
I have
Oh.
23.8 hours in the last 2 weeks.
Hey, bro. I mean, that's putting in the work. The game is fucking fun
It's
now.
so fun. And then the other thing that I have played, and not nearly as much as I really would like to, because I keep finding myself sitting down at the PC to play Cyberpunk, is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And I think, about 13 or 14 hours in that as well.
That's still not bad though.
It's not bad. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It is one of those things where it kind of I could see getting burnout on it if you try to do all of the open world stuff right off the get go, which is what I did for the most part. And so I like cleared the first area and then got to the second area and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna keep doing the story. And then of course I got sidetracked and I'm like, oh, a tower over here. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. And
Yeah.
honestly, I'm really enjoying it in a way that I usually don't for open world games because I am that person that just starts clearing the things on the map. So that with Cyberpunk at the same time is really weird because I am typically not that open world game guy, and I'm playing two of
It's
them
all you're
currently.
playing right
And
now.
then I just got a third one. Like I said, I was downloading Dragon's Dogma.
Oh man.
But that's really about all I have played. I think in the last week I didn't even play any Helldivers. Just kind of one of those things. I've been on a single player grind right now. I did
Love it.
download Halo Infinite the other day because my son got into it. So I would like
Okay.
to, I downloaded it so I could play with him, and then
Go up.
we haven't done it yet, but we probably will this weekend. So yeah, that's probably about it for me. How about you?
Hell yeah, man. Fucking Alan Wake 2 is consuming most of my time on the PC. The game is wonderful. I love the first Alan Wake. I actually just replayed it, like I said, last couple episodes. And the second one is phenomenal. I got to the whole dance segment with like
Yeah.
Brody and Alex and other people in the server. I'm like, I'm at the segment, I'm at the dance thing, and I fucking streamed it. And it was like the tail end. I was like, ah, fuck me. It was their use of live action. I'm not. I don't think I'm any. I hope I'm not anywhere. I don't want this game to end.
Yeah.
And it is difficult at times. It is very difficult because like it is not like one of those games where you could just bull rush and bully your way through. It is like, no, use your brain a little bit. Remember how to use these items together, and really like consider your resources. I love this game. The story is cool. It's right up my alley with all that like psychedelica, crazy Twin Peaks, X-Files type of stuff, right? Like, dude, it's a blast. I love Alan Wake too. Sam Lake is a madman, and his dance moves are fucking amazing. So I've been playing Alan Wake 2, and then I've been playing a good bit of Helldivers with the guys in the server. What the fuck else have I played? I obviously like my comfort games, Doom, Quake. I load up Steam Deck a few times, played some games like that.
Yeah.
Really just Alan Wake though, man. Alan Wake and Helldivers is like where I'm focused. I would like to get Dragon's Dogma 2. I remember playing a little bit of the first one, and I think I enjoyed it, but this one seems so like just
More.
Just a
Yeah.
powerhouse of a game where it's like, I have to get this so we can talk about it on the show. At some point, expect us to talk about Dragon's Dogma 2.
Yeah, I will probably put a decent amount of time into it over the weekend, and because my wife's going to an Olivia Rodrigo concert, so
In the D,
huh?
in the D,
in the D, and I'm gonna be here.
and
Yeah,
not at the fucking DCFC home opener.
I know. Yeah, I'm not upset about not going to the Olivia Rodrigo concert. For the record, I am upset I don't get to go to the DC FC opener, but that's perfectly fine. I get it. So, but yeah, no, I will have a good amount of time on Saturday to sit down and play some games, and I'll probably bounce around between a bunch of different stuff. But I do want to be able to talk halfway competently about Dragon's Dogma 2 next week. So,
Yeah, I'm gonna be getting the game tomorrow, and I'll put some time in it tomorrow, and hopefully Saturday I'm not coming home because I have to drive, obviously. So I hope I'm not coming home drunk, which I shouldn't be because drinking and driving is shit. Don't do it. But I'm gonna be coming home sober. I just hope I don't have like a fucking, those like hangovers you get like
oh yeah,
once you've drank all day and like you stop and you get sober and then you're just like in the car going where you got to go. You're like, dude, I could die and I would not care. Like I just like those are the fucking you're sitting there like, dude, if I could just die, that's fine. Anyways, we got more news to get through. We do. Whatever, man. This is our show. Helldivers 2 is doing phenomenal. Brody, this is a bit of news. Brody actually let me know. It's like just
crazy.
A powerhouse of a game, right? Like, what was the numbers that you had, or like what was some of the factoids you had?
Yeah, so it's not official, but it is believed to have sold about 8 million copies, which
That's
is
fucking insane.
Crazy, especially considering the first one sold like maybe 1 million, maybe.
Very niche game, dude.
Yeah. So the devs are obviously extremely happy with it. It is well beyond expectations. Hell, they're rolling out updates consistently and actually supporting their fucking game, which is so cool. Like, these devs are awesome. The way they've handled all of this has been great. Like, even with the servers being a nightmare when it first came out, like, nobody even talks about that anymore, right? Like, they are doing such a good job of supporting this game. And the other big part of this is that Helldivers 2 is actually the USA's best-selling game of the year so far, and nearly about 60% of its sales are on PC. Mind you, this is published by Sony.
Yeah.
And 60% of their sales have been on PC, which is fucking awesome. So hopefully this is a little bit of incentive to Sony to be like doing a little bit more day and date stuff on PC, but we will see, which they've kind of alluded to. That's the direction that they're going. But
yeah,
boy, man, the way this game has taken off. And I mean, if you follow any video game stuff and you get on TikTok, you're gonna see Helldivers stuff.
It's all
right?
Helldivers too. It's all Helldivers too.
All the time. And honestly, like the people playing it up with like the For Democracy and Liberty and all that stuff, like all of that stuff is just so good. And it's this corny, like over the top, like I love
Starship
like,
Troopers,
Starship Troopers, yeah, exactly.
Piece of game. Like the Starship Troopers game is out and it's good. You should play that as well. I liked it, but I'm me, and I'm a sucker for Starship Troopers. But like,
fair enough.
First and foremost, hats off to Arrowhead Studios. You guys fucking knocked this out of the park.
Yes,
and this was refreshing for the industry and players. The most important thing it was refreshing to is us, the players. The coolest thing here is it's the community. It really is the community and the CEO. The CEO of Arrowhead is on Twitter every fucking day talking to, and this is going to sound wild because like I have to add this in here, unverified accounts. That is a big deal.
Yeah.
That he's talking to like people that just like you and me, right? Like he's just talking to everybody going, when the flying bugs arrived, everyone's like, there's flying bugs. And he's like, flying bugs? That's impossible. And it's like, that's hilarious, dude. Like, he's like, you know, like the shit that they're doing, and then like the community making all these wholesome fucking memes. There are some not good ones, but for the most
Well,
part,
yeah,
like
of course.
everybody, like I'm doing my part for democracy. Like all of that shit is so cool. So to see like a community come together like this and just really just like grab this game and go, no, 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 stop running. We'll carry you the rest of the way. It's fucking dope. Like this whole thing is dope. I'm curious what this is going to lead to for Helldivers. Like, what are we going to get from this? Because there's a lot of cool shit you could do with Helldivers, from merchandising to comics. Like
Yup.
this is the big thing, right? To a series, like to a movie, I would rather see like something like a series, like an animated series, or like a super dope like live action thing. But like it
Yeah.
has to have the humor. It has to have all of the things that makes Helldivers.
Which I think that it absolutely would, considering how they've handled all of their social media. Like you said, they're handling it like they are actually a part of the Helldivers, right? Like all of their
Yeah,
social media comes like it's some sort of like public service announcement. They really are just doing such a bang up job with it, and I don't see them dropping the ball at any point in time because, I mean, we've had what, two pretty large updates in the last week that have added either a new enemy or it added a mech suit, it added a whole new free pass,
there's
which
another
by the
mech suit
way,
coming now.
yeah, which by the way the way they have handled their premium war bonds is incredible. They handled it
Dude, yeah.
similar to how Halo did theirs, to where you can buy them at any point and you can progress through them at any point as well. It's not like there is no FOMO. You can get through it whenever you have time. Like, just everything that they are making all of the fucking right moves right now. And the fact that it's at 8 million sales is crazy, for one, because I promise you they never had any idea that it was going to get even over 2 million,
Not
probably.
at all.
And so for this to do as well as it is, and for them to be supporting this game, I mean, the sky's really the limit. This very well could be one of those things that becomes like, hey man, like Helldivers 3's coming out and it's going to be a huge fucking deal, right? Eventually. And
It's dude.
they have, like you said, the opportunity to do, movies or shows or stuff like that. Like, this is such a huge deal for Arrowhead. I'm so excited to see them do well because they are doing everything fucking right. They took all of the lessons that all of these other fucking devs don't, not devs, but publishers and companies aren't
Yeah.
learning, and implemented all of them into their game the proper way, and it's fucking perfect.
And it's paying off.
Oh, absolutely.
Because the entire world is under Helldivers fever right now.
Yeah.
You can't talk to any gamer and go, Helldivers? And they will not say anything, right? It's
Right.
going to be a conversation. What sucks, it's a bummer that it is published by Sony, is that the Xbox crowd is not getting it. I would love if somehow, some way, Sony and Microsoft could just figure this one out. This is a game everybody should be able to play together.
This seems like and this is such a home run for Sony to put out on Xbox. Like, I understand you got your stupid blood feud thing going on here, but if you release this onto Xbox, that is so much more money and for Sony.
That's big
And on
money.
top of that, yeah, and when 60% of the sales are on PC anyway, it's not like people are buying the PlayStation to fucking play it there. Like, obviously, the majority, it's not a console seller game, or it wasn't. And it very well could be now. But
Yeah.
to me, like the way that if you were to release this on Xbox, you would make a ton of money from people buying microtransactions or passes or whatever. Not to mention buying the initial game. It's a $40 game that makes it the barrier to entry even lower. Like,
It's gonna,
this could double easily, right? Like, it would
double. It's gonna. I don't know what it'll do.
Yeah, I would not be surprised to see this get very close to. I don't. I bet you it has the potential to reach close to 20 million.
It's not
Unless
slowing
it
down.
like completely fizzles out, which I don't foresee, but I would bet that this has a pretty good shot, especially if it were to come to Xbox, of hitting 20 million.
Oh man,
Easy.
this is a game you don't want to see fail either. You don't want to see
No.
anything happen to this, right?
Oh,
Like,
absolutely not.
I want to see this game just keep growing and growing and growing and growing. That's all I want. I want nothing but the best for this team behind this. This is a home run. This is what the industry needed. This is what players needed. And
Yeah.
that's all I can say on that. It's fucking amazing. Get Helldivers if you're on PC and or PlayStation.
Yep. Absolutely.
Fuck, it's such a good feeling game, dude.
Yeah, it is.
So a couple more pieces of news that we're gonna knock the main topic out. Max Payne 1 and 2 reboot ready for production. Remedy is it was ready for production. Remedy is handling the development cycle of the game, while Rockstar is financing the project. Beautiful. It's just a really good handheld right there. You know, like a good hand holding experience.
Yeah.
They're going to be using the same engine that they use in Alan Wake 2, which is their Northlight engine. So the game is going to look just beautiful. It's going to look fucking phenomenal, man. In an interview, they were saying the studio said, we have gained clarity on the style and scope of the game, and we have an exceptionally well-organized team working on it. With these accomplishments, we are excited about the project and its future success. So this is like a whole thing. This isn't just like a fucking pump and dump. Hey, here's a remaster. This is a Max Payne 1 and 2 remake. Big deal. I'm wearing a Max Payne 2 shirt. I love this series. I love Max Payne.
Yeah.
So fucking good. Even the Mark Wahlberg movie, it sucked. Man, I loved it as a teenager.
Yeah. Yeah. That was one of those that it kind of got a bit of a pass just because of what it was, but
yeah.
Yeah.
It's Max Payne, bro. These last two are really quick. You want me to fucking go for the one that you probably know I'm gonna hit really quick?
Yeah, go for it.
Bungie, stop fucking with goddamn Marathon. If you're not gonna do it right, just don't do it. This game is dead on arrival. It's fucking dead, dude. It's dead on arrival.
Yeah. I don't disagree at all. It's just it's so disappointing too, because it had the potential to be so cool, and they're just gonna fucking murder it.
I just want a wild, in-depth, super story focused, heavy lore focused sci-fi experience where I can tell my friends to go fuck themselves for a couple hours while I play Marathon. Okay? I don't want to play Marathon with my friends unless you're going to add in a whole arena mode where I can kill my friends. Make it feel like the fucking early 2000s, late 90s. Okay, Bungie? Turning this from what it was into an extraction shooter already kind of put people not at ease, right? And now I'm hearing that it's effectively going to be some lame ass fucking hero shooter thing. Nah, dude. Unless I don't know what they're going to fucking do. They fucking fired the fucking the director of they replaced the director of the game. What's the point? Just fucking turn it off. Stop. Just stick to Destiny. That's all you fucking barely good at anymore. You're not the same fucking Bungie.
Not even
that
good
everyone...
at that. Not even close.
It's not the same Bungie any of us grew up with, dude. That's fucking bummer.
Oh, like, it's not even close to what it. Bungie's a the vein on my
fucking look at this shit. The fucking vein on my dude. That's ridiculous, dude. Like Marathon, I have the fucking box right there, man. The Marathon is such a fucking sick ass game, and don't buy it on Steam. By the way, like it's cool that it's coming to Steam. There is a website you guys can just go look up, play Marathon 1 and 2, and you can find a website. Just go play it for free. I highly recommend you play Marathon. It's very difficult, very fun though. It's rewarding if you can get past some of how it's aged. But this is not it. This is a total slap in the face to the FPS genre in and of itself, right? Like this is history. This game is historic. It's monumental in the FPS scene, and you guys are just shitting on it, and that fucking bums me out. Fucking bums me out. I'm fucking pissed. Again, that fucking vein is coming back. All right, I'm done with that. Do you have any more news you wanted to bring up before I hit the main topic?
Yeah, just super briefly, we don't know anything about it. Huh?
Sorry.
Oh.
I said, God damn it.
Yeah, I believe it was yesterday, maybe, or today even. I'm not entirely sure when this was shown off, but there's another Marvel game coming out that kind of potentially looks interesting, but also Marvel games have an iffy track record at best. But Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra. The trailer looked pretty cool. I didn't watch it with sound because I was not in a situation I could, and so I just kind of watched it for visual stuff. It was all cinematic. It looks kind of neat. It looks Cap versus Black Panther type of deal.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see what that actually amounts to. I mean, right now I kind of have my curiosity. I'm also a huge fucking mark for Marvel though. So
Are you?
that's
I didn't know.
yeah, who would have thought? But definitely looks neat, and it would be cool to see, Marvel games kind of get their footing
Foot back
back. I mean,
down. Yeah.
obviously Spider-Man's fucking Insomniac's killing it over there, but the
And
rest
you
of
got
it's
Wolverine coming out, bro. God damn.
god damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see what this ends up being. It looks neat from the trailer, but
Yeah.
fucking trailers just mean very little, and this could, not be coming out for another 5 or 6 years anyway. So we'll see.
That's all. It's using Unreal Engine 5, so who knows? With
Yeah.
with what these developers can do in Unreal Engine 5, which there was a whole demo for Unreal Engine 5 and like all the next updates coming out to it. Man, that vein is really fucking going.
You
God
okay
damn.
over there, bud?
I think I'm like gonna die. Unreal Engine 5 is proving to be an awesome asset and utility.
Oh yeah.
I'm so fucking stoked on it. Like people can say what they want about it. Like, oh, you just fucking asset. You don't know how games are made. You just don't.
Yeah.
So shut up. But yeah, it's really cool. Like it was very pretty to look at. It
Yes.
wasn't like Uncanny Valley. It didn't hit that right, which is good. But it was still like real enough where I was like, God damn, like
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Black
Like,
Panther
this
looked
is
fucking awesome in
oh
this.
my god, so fucking tough, dude. Looked
Yeah.
fucking tough. I was like, this is what's up. There is a bit of Black Panther news that I'm not prepared to talk. I'm gonna hit some people up to talk about on the show. I think for like a quick little 10-minute guest spot. Did you? I don't know if you saw all that news.
I did not know.
We'll talk. You can look
Okay.
into it while
All
we
right.
go into the. It's a lot. It's a fucking. This person is getting destroyed by the entire industry. Well,
Uh-oh.
gamers. Yeah, it's not good. And I think this person, when they said what they said, maybe worded it very, very poorly. I'm not equipped to talk about it though without another guest on the show. So I know who I'm going to hit up, and they will gladly walk us through that. Are you seeing what I? Did you look up the
No.
news? Okay.
I'm working on it.
Okay. Are you ready to go to the main topic? I
Yeah.
shouldn't even brought it up. My
Yeah,
big
look at
fucking
you.
mouth. My big fucking mouth. You motherfucker. I just watched the donkey video, One Armed Robber.
Oh yeah.
And that's where I was like, you motherfucker.
You
So
motherfucker.
so
Quit waving.
quit waving. So good. I love that, man. Please hop on the show, Donkey. I don't even know what I'd say to him. But anyways, Dune Awakening. As you all know, I'm a very big Dune fan.
No.
And
Who would have guessed?
yeah.
Yeah. My turn now, motherfucker.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Fucking love Dune, bro. So fucking good. Dune Awakening a couple weeks ago had a bit of a direct, and I thought it was really neat. And I thought there was enough there to really talk about on the show. And there is. What they showed off was fucking awesome. During their direct, they showed off some gameplay. They showed off a lot of the mechanics you're going to be doing in the game. This is an MMORPG survival type game. So take that how you will, right? Like a lot we'll get into that, but this looks stunning. The game itself looks, from what they're showing us, does look stunning. The source material that they have and they're using, they were on set for Dune Part 2 and Part 1, I believe, or Part 2, I think. But they were on set, like seeing how things were being made and like material to use and what they can't use. Like, it's this game is being made with a lot of love. It looks like, to me, a Dune fan, it looks like this is being made with a lot of love. I like the fact that you can just hop onto Arrakis and be what you want to be, barring the Kwisatz Haderach. You cannot be Paul Atreides, which is fine. You need to be you. You don't want to be Paul Atreides. Paul Atreides is not necessarily a good person. So this game, though, from what I saw, looks sweet. The ornithopters look good. The sandworm looked fucking awesome. The mechanics behind the sandworm is awesome. The mechanics of the planet. You got to think about this, right? Like, Arrakis is the most dangerous planet in the universe. There are mechanics to this world itself. There are going to be no other biomes. You're in the desert. Like, that is it. And this desert is dangerous, whether it be heat, sandworms, you being robbed, or killed by the Fremen or the Harkonnens or whatever they're going to be doing. Like, this is huge. This game could potentially be this huge fucking thing, or it could fall flat on its face. And that's what I'm very scared for. Because the scope here, from what they're discussing, the scope here is wild. It is fucking wild, dude. So, I mean, I want to hear your take on it, and then we'll go into some other things on this.
Yeah, so I'm curious to see what this actually ends up being, right? Because
Right.
it does unfortunately fall into like some of the trappings of games that end up falling short because they promise too much, right? That being said, it's the same team that has been working on or had worked on Conan Exiles. I can't talk tonight, goddamn. And they did a very good job with that. A lot of people really like that game. But the thing that gets me is, one, I'm not big on survival games in
Right.
and of itself because I don't really care to worry about crafting or anything like that. So that is immediately kind of a turnoff for me personally. That being said, everything they've shown off so far looks awesome. And the fact that, it's going to have its own economy and it's all player led and stuff like that. Like there's a lot of really cool stuff there. I'm not nearly as big of a Dune fan. I have no problem with it, but I've never like dove into it in the same way that you have,
Yeah.
obviously. And I've never read the books. I watched the first, or not the first movie, but the movie that released a handful of years ago.
Yeah.
And enjoyed it. I really did, and I plan on watching the second one. I still haven't gotten around to it yet because
Very good.
life and such.
Yeah.
But I've heard it's incredible, and from people who aren't even huge Dune fans, right? But I think the thing that gets me is some of the movement looked a little goofy. If
Right.
it just being perfectly honest, like it looked, there was times where it looked a lot like Destiny,
Yeah.
but the movement was like slightly off and
Like stiff almost.
a little stiff. Yeah, a little
Yeah.
stiff and like somehow a mixture of stiff and floaty all at the same
Okay.
time.
Okay.
But I think that's relatively minor. And I mean, if the game is fun and overall, I think those kinds of things could be overlooked pretty easily and no
Yeah.
big deal, right? And it's not like it's entirely finished either, right? They could fine tune some of that, and we're getting
Yeah.
a lot of first looks. But I like the concept of it. I like the idea of that you get dropped off essentially in Dune and or in Arrakis, and you're
That's it,
here,
dude.
like figure it the fuck out. You step
Yeah.
on the sand, you're gonna get eaten by a fucking worm, like all
Yeah.
of those things. But I have my skepticism about it, and it's kind of funny because I was I put on a YouTube video the other day just as like some background noise, and it was a Game Ranks video, which I watched some of their stuff, but
Jake
some of it,
Palladino, I love you.
yeah, right. Like, but the video that I watched the other day was games that almost seem too good to be true, and number one was Dune Awakening, right?
Yeah.
And so it is one of those things that I feel like a lot of people kind of have the same sentiment that I have about it. Of let's see what this actually ends up being. That being said, it's not a. I don't think it's something that they're like being purposely misleading. I just wonder if they
No.
are biting off too much and aren't going to be able to actually deliver it sometimes. But at the same time, maybe they'll fucking nail it. And if they'd let me into the goddamn beta, that'd be cool.
Oh man. So I actually have Corey on the ground at PAX.
Oh yeah.
Going to he went to the booth today.
Oh
I
yeah.
was like, if they're selling anything, bro. He's
Yeah.
like, he's like, that's like, I don't ever get to make it to cool events, so all my friends go, and I'm like, if they're selling anything, I
Let me know.
Venmo you.
Yeah.
But like, he's on the ground there, and I'm really excited for him to, because they're showing more shit off at PAX and
Yeah.
like giving interviews. So I'm excited to see what they have to say. Yeah, dude, it is one of those games that seem too good to be true. But what if this could break the cycle? Like, I want to play devil's advocate because I am afraid for this game.
Yeah.
But from what I'm seeing, though, it does look like this, like, and I'll get into why I'm afraid, but this looks like it could be one of those games, though, that like it is too good to be true, but wow, it exists and it kicked ass. Because like MMORPG, right? Like I'm thinking, how big are these servers going to be?
Yeah.
Arrakis is a big planet, lots of stuff to do, and if you're telling me right now that the economy is basically pushed and pulled by us, I could be I, if I don't want to kill somebody or fight or steal or do anything crazy, I can just be an architect. What they're saying is I can sit in an area of Arrakis, design houses and bases and fortresses, and I can save the blueprints and sell blueprints.
Yeah.
I can take those blueprints and go somewhere else and make my own shit. I can do this. I could become a Fremen. Like that's immediately what I'm going to do. I'm going to become a fucking Fremen. And I'm going to get a good steel suit. Like, so like that is something I'm curious about. Like, how big are these servers? How many of us are going to be running around this motherfucker? Like,
Yeah, and that's one thing I wonder about too. Like, is this going to be one of those deals where, oh yeah, it's a MMO, but is this going to be like it's only an MMO when you're in a main hub, or
which is
like
not at all what I
Destiny-esque,
want.
right? Like, or is this going to be one of those deals like a Final Fantasy 14 where you are
Oh
running around the
man,
world and there's people there? Like, I love, sorry, I used to love MMOs, and I purposely don't play them anymore because I know how I get sucked into shit. But
this is
like,
dangerous. This game
oh
is
yeah,
dangerous if it's
this
good.
has the potential to be insanely dangerous, of like wanting to spend stupid amounts of time and play so much, and
Yeah.
like it could be a complete time suck.
What's
But
going on with you?
I don't know, man. It's just one of those days, I suppose. But
Just one of those days.
yeah, right. But no, have they revealed, is this going to be like a subscription base, or have they
They
even
have
talked
not
about that
talked.
yet?
No, they have not. They've not brought that up at all yet. Um, I'm not worried if it is or isn't. Well, the price point has to be right.
Right.
The price point has to be right here because I need to know before you even talk about subscription. I need to know how missions are going to work,
Hmm.
how quests work, how interacting in the world works. I need to know everything about this game before I go. Yeah, you can have my $10 to $15 a month on top of the price point of the game, which I'm going to say is going to be $60-$70.
Well, I think it depends on their model, right? Like a lot of
Oh yeah,
the subscription based MMOs are free, and then they just rely on you, playing for at least 3 or 4 months, or
I think this one's going to be. I think it's going to be a price right out the gate. There might not be a subscription fee here.
there might not be. But then what does that mean? Like, how are they
Cosmetics.
cosmetics, or are they going to go almost a battle pass route? Right? Like, have a pass that you can buy that gives you probably some cosmetics or something,
Yeah.
and it's a $40 price point or whatever it is, right? So you look at something like oh, what was that fucking New World? Was it New World?
Yeah, the Amazon game.
Right. And that was what, $40? And then after that, like there was some shit you could buy, cosmetic stuff, I think, but for the most part it was self-contained. Like,
Yeah.
that's the kind of MMO that I don't feel as bad about, because a lot of times, like the Final Fantasy 14, I paid for a subscription for like 3 months and didn't touch it. Like,
Yeah, that hurts.
but they rely on that kind of shit too. Like,
They
that's
know.
good business for them,
They
right?
know. Yeah.
But yeah, it'll be. I'm glad that they are. I'm glad that they are doing these little like it was like a 20-minute direct almost on it. Like
Yeah,
I'm glad they're doing that as a little bit of an update, a little bit more of a like, hey, look at what we're doing. This is what it's going to be, and I'm excited to see more. Um,
I want to see gameplay though, man. Like, we
yeah,
saw
a little
glimpses,
bit, yeah.
but that was very much scripted shit. It was
Hmm.
very scripted. Hey, you're gonna do this on the server really quick. We're gonna capture it and we're gonna like spruce it up, which is fine. That's fine. That's the industry. I need
I
to see gameplay. I
I
need to see
assume they
gameplay.
have a very strict NDA on the beta, huh?
It's
Because
very
you haven't heard
not a
anything from anybody
this
that has
shit
played it.
is
Half the
air.
people don't even say they've played it.
I don't know a single person who's been into the beta. I know that people are getting slow dripped into the beta.
Hmm.
Um, and if you don't know how to do it, you sign up on their website. Do not forget to join their Discord. You need to join the Discord to be given access to the beta.
Oh, god
So,
damn it.
yeah, oh, bro, yes, you have to join the Discord, which it's important.
Ah,
So yeah, man. I mean, this has the potential to be like one of those things where it puts everyone on their ass in a good way, right? Or it could be like, oh yeah, no shit. But they aren't misleading anybody. It seems like they aren't like I don't. The pre-orders aren't even open yet, so they're not even taking money yet.
I
I don't
don't think you
believe.
have to be in the Discord. At least it doesn't say anything about it.
I thought it said and join the Discord to get put in.
Uh,
Just join it to join it, guys.
fine.
It's worth it. Um, I I want to see how deep they're going to go into Arrakis. There's a lot there. I mean, what would be cool is if you could sand walk across the desert. Um, all the gadgets you get to use, like the thumpers, the ornithopters. Like I know they said you could use the voice. Like there's just a lot you're gonna be able to do in this game, and they already came out and said again you cannot become the Messiah, which I don't know why you would want to do that.
Right.
It kind of defeats the game at that point, and you can't ride the worms yet.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you're gonna allow me to be a Fremen, eventually you got to let me ride a worm,
Let me
dude.
let me ride that goddamn worm, man.
You got to let me ride the Alaskan bullworm at least one goddamn time in the game. Like you have to let that happen. Like that is something that I think is going to be difficult to pull off due to the scale of how big sandworms are. But like if you're already going balls deep into Arrakis, man, and you're going to go deep into like still suits and thumpers, ornithopters, and the houses, the landsrad, and like all this shit that they are going to be talking about. Like the Landsrat in general is something like look it up, but it's a lot. Like it's all the houses and like committee and like all this space guild navigators and like just all this cool crazy shit. Like you should have some of these other nuanced things like sand walking, the
Yeah.
worm, like being able to ride Shai Hulud and all that. I mean, it seems like the sky's the limit here, but let's get if I am them, I am going, okay, here's the base. We know base buildings here. We want them to be able to do Dune shit in the Dune game. We don't want this to play like World of Warcraft, so it's not going to be World of Warcraft. It looks like it's going to be third person and first person type gameplay. Let's make the movement good. Let's fucking. I mean, there's like sweet ass thing. When the it almost looks like you're a Sardaukar dropping down, like there and like it looks like that's Paul in the trailer to me, like dropping down. Like there's a lot of cool shit here, and I'm really excited for it. I hope that they can just pull it off. The game looks beautiful from what we've seen. I really like in the beta, and yeah, man. Just the problem again is though, like this fucking type of game always seems to promise a lot and deliver very little. Like a la DayZ, Scum. I mean, the list goes on and fucking on and on. And I just really hope it doesn't fall into those trappings. It's very easy to fall into those trappings. It's easy to say, we're going to have this and this and this and this and this, and really get people like me suckered in going, cool, I know that'll be there. And it comes out and I have to go, I'm having fun with it. Everyone
Oh.
goes, no, you're not. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. I'm fucking not.
Right.
So That's what I don't want to happen. I want this game to come out and really blow people's fucking wigs back.
Yeah,
That's
I am excited to see a lot more from this. I think there's a lot of cool potential. Like the world of Dune in general is really cool. Like the world building behind that whole um franchise is just incredible, right? And they've done so much work.
yeah.
And to somebody who's not super into it, hearing people talk about it, it sounds like an entirely different fucking language. um,
Yeah, bringing up the lands rad and the space guild and you're like, what
yeah,
the
you're like,
fuck?
I don't sure, but I think there's just so much potential here, and I really hope that they don't drop the ball on it, but I don't think they will. I think,
No.
if anything, I think it may not deliver on everything that they're trying to do, or we're going to see the seams of it, like what we have in the past in a lot of games where they're like, oh yeah, player based economy, and it's like, kinda, yeah.
Somebody
Like,
figures out how to fucking
right.
or someone figures out how to fucking totally manipulate it.
And then just absolutely tank it, and then there's going to be a
Yeah.
million different things that they have to do in order to counteract it. Like, we've seen that plenty of times, and
Diablo 3.
that will happen anytime it is ran by
Us assholes.
us assholes. Yeah, something is going to get ruined at some point, but definitely, I definitely think that this has the potential to be the next big MMO, and
Yeah.
and if the survival aspect of it is probably a little bit uh more calm, as long as it's not super fucking crazy, because I think that's a big turnoff too, and something that could really tank a game
Yeah.
is, there's a lot of people that don't enjoy survival aspects of games, and it does become a little bit more of a niche type of thing in some regard. So that's kind of part of it too, where I'm like, please don't go too heavy into it, just for the sake of like not turning away a larger group of people, because MMOs live by their player base. So if you
Yeah.
can't keep people invested and can't keep people, um, entertained with your game, it'll die out. And, obviously that's no good for anyone either. So it's a fine line to walk, but I think this world lends itself very well to a survival game, because I mean, that is inherently a huge part of the franchise as well. So it's like, well, how far do you go with it, right? Like,
I
so
think as long as they really focus on water, like how important and scarce water is to Arrakis. If you're in the desert and you're not wearing a still suit, you're fucking dead.
yeah, as long as I can
Right?
drink
If
my own piss, we're good to go.
it's just cycling, it's a whole thing. Don't do this to yourself. Don't have me do this to you. It's if you start in Arrakeen, which is like the capital on Arrakis.
Mhm.
Arrakeen is like the major city. It'd be cool if the opening stages of an MMO, right? Like just like figuring yourself out who you want to be and this and that. And like to go out into Arrakis, like you need a still suit. You need some sort of something to keep you going, keep you
Yeah.
hydrated, keep your fluids going. I want to see that incorporated, but I don't want it to be a thing where it's impossible to be in Arrakis. I want it to be difficult. I want there to be, again, I want there to be water discipline. I want there to be fucking sand walking. If you want to fucking not attract the worm, you need to learn how to sand walk. And what better way to do that is to befriend a Fremen, befriend a player who can help you guide you through the desert to go meet the Fremen. But also, you don't give a fuck and you want to be a bad guy, you should be able to navigate Dune your own way too. And that's the most important thing here is being able to navigate Arrakis in your own way and letting people who aren't fans of Dune play this game and become fans of Dune.
Hmm.
Because ultimately, the goal here is to obviously buy their game. If there's a subscription, subscribe to the subscription, um, and just keep playing for years and years and years and make this thing huge.
Oh yeah.
But one of the goals here too is to get people into Dune, to get
Hmm.
people to talk and read the books and to see the movies and it just experience what this is. And that's what I want to see. I want that to happen. But I think water, which they said is going to be important, and
Yeah.
water discipline is going to be important here. So like that is, if you stop with heat, water discipline, and the worm, so right off the bat, those are the biggest things about Arrakis. It is the most dangerous planet in the universe, as I've said. Start there. But like if you go down the scum route, man, where it's your caloric intake and your carbs and your blood sugar, and you have a B blood type, so therefore you transfuse with a C blood type, so now you have AIDS. It's like, how the fuck? I don't even know how you're saying I have AIDS in a video game, but I have AIDS, right? So, or like scum, you ate a piece of bad chicken and now you have the runs. And like you're in a firefight in scum, it's funny moments, but you're shooting at something, and then your guy goes, "Oh," and he starts shitting his pants, and you stop shooting. That sucks. It's funny, but it sucks. I don't need any of that distraction in this game.
Yeah.
I need this to just be a game. I need it to be involved, and I need it to keep me involved. And as long as they draw that fine line to where it's like, we're going to make it challenging, but we're not going to make it impossible. That is the key here. Challenging, but not impossible. Player friendly, still challenging. There's lines you can't cross here.
Yeah.
But I think if you want a challenge, then I think what better challenge than to survive Arrakis?
Yep. I wholeheartedly agree.
So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm terrified. But I think if there's a game in a franchise to really break the cycle of MMOs that can't even look at WoW, nothing's really able to look at WoW. Final Fantasy, but like, other than that, dude, nothing is really looking at WoW right now.
MMOs yeah, MMOs are in such a weird spot right now where it is WoW or Final Fantasy 14, and usually those two don't really intersect in any meaningful way.
No,
like you are typically one or the other, and
yes,
but yeah, it's a shame too, because I really like MMOs, but it doesn't seem like the kind of thing that can really survive anymore unless you're one of the big two. And
so why not Dune? That's my big thing too. Why not Dune? Dune is already doing what it's doing. Hey, you didn't laugh. It's fine. It's fine. I hate myself too. I thought it was good.
You got a snicker. It's fine. That's
yeah, there you go. There you go. That's all I needed. So why not? Right. So like, I'm here for it. I'm scared, but I'm here for it. Let me in the fucking game, Funcom.
Yeah.
So let us in. Let us in the game. I would love to help. Just talk. I promise. I'm your guy. I'm your guy, and I'll bring Brody with me.
Yeah.
We will do it.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. God damn it. And bring Noah. Bring NMDesigns with us. Let us bring him too. Yeah. He is also.
We just need 3 beta accesses, and
Evan wants in too, though. Well, look, can we start with
4.
us 3?
4.
4?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll
bring
just 4.
Evan like Dune Part 2. Yeah, that's all we want. So that we asked for 4 keys, dude. Like we are such like
we're
a
not
micro.
Asking for too much.
We're such like a micro show. We're going, we'll take 4 keys. They're going, you can go fuck yourself. That's
right,
exactly
how about one?
How about one? No, you already asked for 4, assholes.
Yeah, give us one, and we'll just Steam family share it. Don't worry.
No, you just come over to my house. Like, or when you die, it's my turn. Like, I'm not gonna die. I know how to sandwalk. I know to put the thumper there. But yeah, dude, that's my thoughts on this. I'm very excited. I'm very scared, but I'm very excited. So, do you have any final thoughts on Dune?
I don't think so. I knew you were going to be pretty positive on it, and so I was like, I would
still say I was critical though, to a degree.
Oh, absolutely, and more critical than I expected you to be. To be perfectly honest, I figured you were just going to be like full honeymoon stage, but
shocked you twice. I was critical against Hideo Kojima too.
Oh my god.
I was. You were there for that when I was critical against him.
Yeah.
That's 2 times.
That's twice.
I put it 4 fingers. Good, Nick.
But I feel like I've been bitten in the ass too many times by the gaming industry to really have too much faith in something until I actually get my hands on it. So
it's not being made by any of the big companies, though.
Right.
That's kind of also why I'm like, hey, look at Helldivers. Yeah.
Which is good and scary, though. I mean, especially when they're making pretty big claims. So that's that's the only thing that's a little concerning, right? But I think overall
they could do it.
Yeah, and they have proven they've got the chops to do it. So it's just a matter of when will we actually see this game too, I think. But when you start doing, these 20-minute like dev deep dive type of things, I would say you're starting to get relatively close at least.
It's getting closer to a bigger beta, I think. I think it's getting closer to a beta where we have, dude, I signed up day one. The Veins coming back. I signed up day one. I think all of us did.
Yeah. Yep.
All of us signed up day one. So I think it's one of those things where it's like the beta is ever growing, and by doing these directs and being at PAX too, that's a big thing. Them being at PAX is huge.
Yep.
They're confident. They're confident in this title. They're showing it off at PAX. They're letting interviews happen. If they weren't doing any of that, I'd be like, okay, this is a bit more sketchy. But they are having people like talk to them, and they're showing things, and they're here. Yeah. And I think when it comes out, I think it's going to surprise us in good ways, I hope. And yeah, that's my thought. That's it.
Hell yeah.
All right. Fucking A. We got through a lot.
Yeah, we did. Look at us go.
Sorry about the no hotfix this week, guys. I will address that right now. This was supposed to be a hotfix plus the main episode, right? We were going to record the hotfix, and I was doing laundry, and I heard one of the chinchillas barking, which they do, not from its enclosure. It was barking out of its enclosure, which means both got out. It was a nightmare. I got back to my computer all flustered and pissed off, and Brody was like, "Hey man, maybe another day." Huh? He's like, let's record Thursday. And I went, okay. So yeah, that's why you guys didn't get a hotfix. Next big piece of news, there will be a hotfix. And I mean, shit, dude, we got Summer Game Fest coming up in no time.
Yeah.
We're gonna burn ourselves out again. I do like rifling through Summer Game Fest though and going, see you guys in a month. Like, we're done for the month. That is always fun. But yeah, there's lots of cool shit coming up on the show. And stick around, stick with us. Thank you guys for sticking with us this far. Check out the sponsors, check out the Spawn Camp. Please check out Roll for Deception. That is Brody's brainchild, which I love that he has done. And Brody and Nick's campaigns for D&D. That comes out every what, Brody? Thursday or Friday?
Typically Thursdays. Cool. Every once in a while, if I get some time, I'll get it edited and put up on Wednesdays. But usually I've just been keeping it to Thursday, so it's consistent. But it goes up 5 a.m. on Thursdays.
Hey, let's go. Your morning commute, it just got better.
Yeah.
5 a.m. Thursday for Roll for Deception. And then 5 a.m. Friday for WASD and Beyond. And then 11 o'clock on Saturday for the YouTube portion of this podcast. We will see you guys next week. Until then, take it easy and be safe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do that. Yeah.
Okay, bye.